What happens when the mask of confidence slips in the corridors of power? This week, that very question is echoing through Westminster as Labour's leadership faces a test that could shake its very foundation. Imagine this: Rachel Reeves, the financial powerhouse handpicked by Keir Starmer to drive Labour's vision for Britain's economy, now finds herself at the centre of an official parliamentary investigation. The stakes? Nothing less than the credibility of a party poised to reshape the nation's future. Before we dig into the tangled web of political intrigue, make sure you smash that subscribe button and stay ahead of the curve with the latest stories shaping British politics. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's peel back the curtain. Hidden in the quiet shadows of a routine parliamentary update, a bombshell was dropped. The Parliamentary Commissioner for Standards has started probing Rachel Reeves over her registration of interest. The investigation, which actually kicked off on April 29, has only recently come to light. But what's really going on beneath this bureaucratic jargon? Why has the spotlight landed on Reeves? And what secrets might be lurking behind closed doors? The Commissioner's office, as usual, keeps the nitty-gritty details under wraps for now. But even the faintest hint of such an investigation is enough to set alarm bells ringing. Why? Because MPs are bound not just by law, but by public trust, to declare any financial perks or influences that could sway their decisions, whether it's a fat donation, a fancy speaking gig, or a stake in a company affected by their policies. So why does this matter more than your average political hiccup? Reeves isn't just any MP. She's the Chancellor, the architect of Labour's economic agenda, the person entrusted with crafting the very tax and spending rules that touch every British household. If she's failed to be upfront about her interests, deliberately or not, the implications are massive. Is this an innocent mistake? Or is something more troubling bubbling beneath the surface? And if Labour's top economic strategist is under investigation, what does that say about the integrity of the party's promise for clean politics? Predictably, Labour's spin doctors and friendly pundits are already downplaying this as a minor oversight, a blip in the paperwork. But let's challenge that narrative. Would you trust a chancellor who can't keep her own financial disclosures in order to oversee the nation's finances? And what about Keir Starmer, the man who loves to preach about transparency and moral high ground? Where is he now? His silence is deafening. Why isn't he holding his own team to the same standards he demands of others? Could this be part of a pattern? Remember the muted responses when Angela Rayner faced a housing tax probe, or when questions swirled about Labour donors and internal finances? If Labour truly wants to restore trust in politics, shouldn't they start by coming clean with their own ranks? As this investigation unfolds, the pressure is mounting. If Reeves is found guilty of breaching the rules, especially if the omission was intentional, don't be surprised if the whispers of resignation grow into shouts. Think about it. When the person controlling the national budget can't guarantee her own transparency, what's left for democracy? The house of cards could tumble, and public confidence with it. The real question is, will Labour step up and confront this crisis head-on? Or will they retreat behind a wall of spin and silence? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, this story is just getting started. Meanwhile, while one political storm brews in Britain, a breakthrough has emerged on the world stage. After months of tense negotiation, the United States and Ukraine have inked a landmark agreement, opening the door for American investment in Ukraine's rich natural resources. Think aluminum, graphite, oil, and gas. The road to this deal wasn't easy. It nearly collapsed in February after a sharp Oval Office confrontation. Yet, in a dramatic twist, Presidents Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky met at the Vatican just days ago, sealing the agreement that could reshape the global balance. According to the U.S. Treasury, the new United States-Ukraine Reconstruction Investment Fund marks a turning point, cementing America's commitment to Ukraine's recovery and sending a clear message to Moscow. Only those free from ties to the Russian war machine will benefit from this economic revival. But here's a twist. Some experts are now asking why the UK hasn't played a more visionary role in post-war Ukraine's future. Could Britain be missing out on a historic opportunity while others act boldly? So, what's your take? Is Labour's credibility hanging by a thread? And will this US-Ukraine deal spark a new era for Europe? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, hit Hit like and subscribe for more in-depth British analysis. Until next time, stay curious and stay tuned.